Hello there. I thought it's about time for a little life update because I'm back on the road and I wanted to share what's going on in my life and what's happening in the next months, what brought me to where I am, and I don't know, all kind of things. So a little bit different to our normal episodes here on the Blissful Biz podcast. I still hope you're going to enjoy it. Hey there, welcome to the Blissful Biz podcast. I'm your host, Susanne Reiche, here to help yoga and wellness entrepreneurs build a thriving online business. If you're ready to make a bigger impact and earn money online, you are in the right place. Each week you learn about websites, digital products, social media strategies, and what's working now to build your online business. And now let's get started. Okay, in case we haven't met a long time ago, you might not know that, but I bought a camper van last year and then I traveled 3 months in the summer to Sweden and Norway and Italy and Austria. It was amazing. I had the best time ever. And then last winter in January and February, I went to Spain and Portugal just to escape the German winter. And then I did a few weekend trips and now I'm on the road again for a little bit longer. I'm in England right now, in the UK, which is so much fun. I've actually lived in London once a long time ago, like 2006, but I've never visited any other place on this beautiful island. And it's so beautiful. The countryside is amazing. And yeah, it's also a new destination for me, which I kind of appreciate. It just like I have an adventurous side that appreciates that. Even though it's a little bit stressful with driving on the left side of the road and all those things. At least there's not an issue with the language, right? So I speak English. But the driving definitely is a little bit stressful. Though thankfully so far, I arrived only 2 days ago. I didn't have any problems or, any situations where I forgot to drive on the left side or anything like that. It's just like the roads are so tiny. It's just like you don't even have to worry about staying on the left because there's just one lane sometimes. But it's crazy. And then you have like this huge hedges on the side. It's like, wow. But so far, thankfully, gratefully, no problems at all. And yes, so I arrived here 2 days ago and I plan to stay here for at least like 3 or 4 weeks. Hopefully the weather is going to be nice. When it gets too bad, I'm just going to hop over back to France and then spend some time there. Then I'm probably going back to Germany and then like stop over there. And then I might go back to Norway and Sweden later in the summer because I really, really loved it there. And it's so beautiful, of course, but also like really nice and perfect, for Vanlife because it's so easy there to find a spot to park somewhere outside in nature. You don't always have to stop at camping places. So I just really I loved my time there. And I love hiking and being outside. I'm traveling with my little dog, Luna. And yeah, that's how we both prefer to spend our time. It's like hiking outside, which is actually what I did today as well. So, I'm in Surrey in south of England right now. And I've just like on my way to my new camping place where I'm going to stay for the next days, I just looked up where it's a beautiful place to go for a hike and stop there. And then we've just like walked around for 1.5 hours or 2 hours. Perfect. But of course, I'm also still working. So this is not a vacation. And it's sometimes a little bit challenging. I'm completely honest. I had a mini breakdown yesterday because the internet was so bad. And, I drove to a supermarket to park there, hopefully like in a bigger city, which, like normally means, okay, you have bad reception when you're somewhere in the countryside. I accept that. But when you're like in the city, it should be good, right? You should have LTE. And it was really bad. And the second spot, it was really bad. And on the third parking place in front of an Aldi, I finally had really good internet and could do some calls. And so that's a little bit challenging. But I want to make it work. I really want to make it work. And it's sometimes difficult to balance because, of course, I also have plans and ambitions for my business. And then I have plans to spend more time outside with Luna, hiking. And it's not always easy finding a balance there. I just hope that I'm going to manage here with the internet in the next weeks. Otherwise, probably I'll have to leave the UK a little bit sooner than I would like to because, I have to work as well. So this is just as important. It's like both important, right? I already canceled and rescheduled all my podcast interviews, and I'm going to stop releasing new episodes in the podcast after this one and only do a best of. So I'm going to republish the most downloaded episodes of the last 2.5 years. So if you haven't listened to them, it's actually great for you because then you can rediscover them. So I hope that's going to be nice for you. No, I don't know if it's nice. It's probably nicer to have new content all the time. You're like, oh yeah, can you just go in the podcast app and look for the old episodes? Thank you very much. But it is what it is, right? So I'm just going to, focus on, different things right now for the next 2 months. So, yes, traveling, but also serving my students, my clients. This is really important. So I still have calls and actually a lot more than I did, last summer when I was traveling in my camper van. So it is a little bit more challenging, but I structured my work week so that I only have calls on 2.5 days, basically. So I never have calls on Mondays and Fridays, and it's only Tuesdays and Wednesdays mostly, and some on Thursdays. And that way I know that I have to find a place to work on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, definitely on Thursdays as well. And so that's actually great, right? And you can get a lot done without being online. So there's a lot of writing. There's a lot of creating new lessons that I'm working on, creating new content. And I try to do that a few hours in the morning, then to go for a really long walk with Luna, and then do a little bit more in the afternoon when I'm not driving somewhere. And then living in a van, of course, I have to take care of things like laundry and water and emptying my toilet. That's probably a little bit too much information, things like that. But it's still life is easier than being in an apartment or in a house. You have so many things to take care of, right? There's always something that you have to organize, something that you have to manage. And living in a camper van really means you have to focus on so many less things, but the most important things only. And yes, some of them can take up some time as well. Right now, my water pump isn't working, so I have to try to get that fixed somewhere. But I think overall, it's a lot less work for all that daily life stuff that normally is going on, right? But I mean, I still have my apartment in Germany and I'm going to go back there. But for now, I also still really enjoy being on the road. And yeah, so that's going to happen in the next month. So the focus is actually on creating new content for the Blissful Biz Incubator, serving my students in there, hopefully getting a few more people to enroll this month as well. And I'm not planning on selling anything else. I really simplified my business, and that was a decision I made. Also, because I want to make this life work for me. You can run an online business and work 7 days a week and 60 hours a week and probably earn more money than I do. You can probably, maybe you just do that in the beginning. I also know people who, who don't work more, but, they have managed a big team. So that's a decision as well you can make to hire support. And I have support. So I did that. I hired, additional coaches for the Blissful Biz Incubator who support me. Amanda, our amazing copy coach, and Lisa, life coach, who gives like a mindset coaching sessions once a month. And I have a VA, a virtual assistant who really supports me a lot. I'm so grateful to have her, a podcast editor, and that's it at the moment. So it's really a small team. I could hire more, but at the moment I'm actually happy to, that I have structured my business in a way that's just simpler. I don't have to sell a ton of different things. I don't have to launch something every month or every other month. It's like my goal, my motto for this year was to do less and do it better. And that means really scaling back all my other offers and focusing on my one main offer, which is the Blissful Biz Incubator. And, I just love that. It was like the perfect decision for me. I love working with my students so closely, go really deep with them, that I'm really involved in all their business decisions, and so and it's still manageable, right? So I'm going to hire probably more coaching support for the program. There will come a time where I'm not able to do all the one-on-one calls and all the feedback recordings every single week so easily. But right now it's really still manageable and I enjoy it so much. And I also enjoy that I'm not, so when you have to sell a lot of different offers, it means that there's a lot of admin involved. There's a lot of support involved, a lot of emails and questions and then of course launching and setting up your funnels. And that can work all really, really well. But, and I might do that again in the future. I don't know. But it's always extra work, even if it's like a passive product, like a DIY online course. You still get questions and stuff. And so for me, reducing my offers works really, really well. And if that means I'm not growing as fast, I'm totally fine with that. Yes, I'm ambitious and I want to grow my business and I want to earn more money as well. But I'm also happy with where I am right now and really, really grateful for the business I have right now. And it's been a lot of hard work to get where I am. So I know, like, for some of you, it might sound like, oh my God, she's having the dream life and traveling and all that freedom. And, it is, right? It was a dream. I dreamed about living in a camper van or traveling in a camper van for years before I actually done it, before I actually could buy my van. And I had like my business, at a level that allowed me to work from anywhere. Also, like, I had structured it in a way that meant I only had like a few meetings on a few days per week and not like every single day. I don't have to take on so many one-on-one clients. So, for example, I don't do any website design anymore, which always took up a lot of time. So that, those are all things that give me more freedom. And I decided to do all those things, right? I talked about this on Instagram and I want to talk about it again here. It's not enough to manifest or to dream. Results come from decisions, not from dreams. You can manifest as much as you want if you don't take action, if you don't take decisions, if you don't decide on things, you're not going to get anywhere. And so that can be something like if you dream about winning the lottery, buying the ticket, right? It can also mean like if you want a business that allows you to travel, to be really location independent, to say, okay, I'm going to work on building my online business. That's what I did. Or if you say, I want to create a studio and build like a beautiful local community, that's a different decision. That's great too. That probably means that you are not able to travel as much. But there as well, you can structure your business in a way that if you want to run a local yoga studio, for example, that allows you to either hire someone else to fill in for you when you are gone for 2 months in the summer, or hire team members who can run the studio so you don't have to do it. Those are decisions that you make. You decide what your life should look like. You decide where you want to go. You decide what kind of business you want to run. And yes, so don't wait for someone else to tell you what to do. Don't wait for someone else to decide. I think this makes me always so not angry, but so frustrated. It's like when when a friend tells me, so they actually maybe they're not happy with their job. For example, one of my girlfriends, she's not happy with her job and she hasn't been happy with it for the longest time. And that's like hoping that they would fire her so she would get like some money before she leaves, but not making the decision herself. It's just like waiting for someone else to make the decision. And that, man, she's been in limbo for years and years and not getting anywhere because she's not happy in that job, and her bosses, they feel that. They're not promoting her because she's not happy. And I mean, there are many different reasons, but my point is you have the power. You have the power to create the life that you want to live. And it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. Yes, of course, when you have little children, for example, there are some responsibilities and you're not as free, but you know that, when you look at your whole life, your whole adult life, that's a short period of it. And you made that decision, right? So you took the decision to, become a parent. And you should just like try to enjoy that time probably. So I don't have children, but not the same, of course, but maybe like a similar thing I did is when I got my dog, when I adopted Luna. So that's also something that, of course, means I have less freedom. So it's a responsibility I took over, but I decided to do that. I'm never going to complain about that. It was my decision. Maybe it was her decision. She chose me as well. She's just like sitting here next to me and she knows I'm talking about her. Yeah. Oh, so this is fun recording a podcast episode like this. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit. Normally I'm just like so scripted, and then you have this and this and this, like all the topics lined out. And so this is a little bit different, right? Okay. So, so that's where I am right now. Traveling, running my business, and still I slowly want to grow it. I want to make like the Blissful Biz Incubator the best coaching program out there to help you build your online business as a yoga teacher, as a healer or coach. And that's my goal. It's like to get like 50 students in there this year. Right now it's 23. So I'm actually on track. It's nearly half the year, which is amazing. And so I want to hire more coaches, add more content, or like update content repeatedly, and just like make this program really amazing. And also, because it's not only about that, it's also about selling it better, right? So I want to get better at selling it on Evergreen, which means like you can get in there all the time. I want to get better at communicating with my potential clients, selling to them, but also building relationships with them, helping them come to the decision if this program is the right fit or not. Want to get better at Facebook ads, maybe start YouTube ads, Pinterest ads. Those things are important too. And that's why they are on my to-do list as well. Because it's so easy to stay like, I am so comfortable, just like I want to make this program the best program out there. That's very much what most of us feel really comfortable with, because it makes us feel better about selling it, and it's what we are good at. It's what we trained for. And, it's like, of course, that's like brings me a lot of joy working on the content for my program, but the marketing part is just as important. So just like in case you're in that situation as well, don't forget the marketing part. Put all those things to learn to figure out on your to-do list as well. Yeah, so that's basically actually my plan for this year. It's just like focus on that program and selling it and making it the best program ever. If you're like, what is she talking about all the time? What is this program? I want to learn more about that. You're welcome. Go to susannereicher.com/application. And there's a page with all the details, what's included in the Blissful Biz Incubator, how it works. And you can send in a really short application. It's just 2 questions and your details. And just so I want that to have, because I want to make sure that I'm really able to help you to help you build your business. So don't be shy there. Really share what's going on. But if your goal is, for example, to set up an e-commerce empire, right? I'm not the right person to help you do that, because I have no experience whatsoever. And then I would probably tell you that, sorry, thanks for your interest. Are you sure you really want to, if that's the direction you want to go in? We're probably not a good fit. So that's why there's an application. So there's no judging or anything. Don't worry about that. And of course, it's totally free, and you don't have to join or pay anything just by sending in your application. And then when you're accepted, you get a link to a page with all the details about the program, and also to a private training that I've just re-recorded, from burned out yoga teacher to 6-figure online biz owner. Where I really line it all out. All the steps that I took that I recommend you take to build a 6-figure online business. We look at other numbers, at what offers you should create, what you really need. So it's a really great training. And you get access to that when you applied for the Blissful Biz Incubator. So that's the first step. So check it out. Go to susannereicher.com/application. Yeah, so that's my goal. Traveling a little bit longer until August, September, then spend some time in Hamburg. And then next winter, I'm not sure if I'm going to go this year or winter next year. I want to go back to Portugal and spend a little bit more time there, because it's my goal actually to move to Portugal. So I just don't know yet when that's going to happen, because I also have my family in Germany and my mother is sick. So that's why I'm still spending so much time there as well. That's also another thing that makes it a little bit difficult to be on the road. But I'm just, again, trying to find a balance here between just spending more time with her than being on the road. I'm still keeping in touch with her. Thankfully, we have WhatsApp and other things, right? So, that's how I make it work. Okay, so I hope that was a little bit interesting for you, what's going on here. And wish me luck that I'm going to be able to stay on the left side of the road, that I find good spots with internet. And I'm just so excited to explore more of this beautiful, beautiful country. And if you have any tips for me about what places I should visit, like I'm heading to Cornwall next, and I also want to visit Wales and maybe Manchester because that's where my VA lives. So I would love to actually meet her in person for the first time. It will be so much fun. Share any tips you have with me. DM me on Instagram or email me at hello@susannereiche.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, have a great week. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Blissful Biz podcast. If you like the show, please leave a review on iTunes. This would mean the world to me. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast to never miss a new episode. To learn more about how to work with me one-on-one, my courses and membership, or to get instant access to freebies, workshops, and more, go to susannereiche.com right now. Thanks for tuning in and see you next time.